Oh yeah. Let's get crack-a-lack. Let's get crack-a-lack in here. Hi team. How we doing? What's new? What's going on? What's going on? I don't think I posted. Where have I not posted yet? I don't think I posted to my Facebook yet. Not that it matters because I literally have like no followers, so that's fun. If you aren't following me on Facebook, go follow me on Facebook. All my links are in my bio. But there is a link in the description of where you can donate to Vice President Harris's fundraiser to hopefully support her in her efforts to become a president. Very excited to see how all of this will unfold while I'm on this webinar tonight. I'm very excited, but I'm also a little nervous because I know that the psychos like to show up on these types of live feeds, so I get a little nervous. I get nervous posting this stuff on Facebook because that's where the psychos are. I don't want to engage with them, but you do what you gotta do. BB. Alright. I feel like I've posted it everywhere. I've posted on TikTok. I've posted it on Instagram. I've literally posted it everywhere. There's no other place to post it. I'm definitely not posting it on Twitter. That is not happening at all. Get out of here. Not now. Hey Mark, how are you? Paris. Hello, audience, public. I get so nervous doing public lives because I feel like that's where people are cuckoo. Cuckoo. Oh, I have to connect a software to go live? Never mind, I'm not going live on Instagram. Oh well. Hi guys, how are you? Please don't be afraid to comment in the comment section. Obviously keep it appropriate and nice. I am waiting for the live stream to pop up for Vice President Harris. She is doing an answer the call for 2024. And so I am just I knew I was gonna be on here tonight watching that webinar anyway. So I figured while I'm sitting here watching that, trying to find how to support her and, you know, get the word out about how we, you know, should be supporting her, whether you 100% love her or not. I am not someone that 100% loves her, but I also don't want to go the other direction. So, yeah, so I'm on that live stream tonight. So I was like, oh, if I'm going to be on that, I might as well just live stream here with you guys. Also, I haven't live streamed at night before. I've only been live streaming during the day, and so I'm kind of also on here as like a test run to see what the vibes are over here. And if nighttime maybe is better for everybody to do a live. And also I just thought we could, like, you know, shoot the shit and talk and hang out. We don't even have to go, like, this isn't a political stream, FYI. Like, so please, if you're here to be like, politics, I'm not here doing that. I am literally just here talking about it. If you want to donate to her fundraiser, the link is in the bio. If you do not, that's totally fine too. That's completely understandable, and I'm totally fine with that. But like I said, I figure I'm going to be on here anyway. So, watching this webinar, so I might as well come on here and just hang out with you guys for the night and chit chat with you. And we can talk about whatever you want. Like, literally, we can talk about whatever you want. Obviously, again, within reason. We can talk about tea, gossip, reality TV shows, whatever you want. I was just watching Hassan Piker and I was watching some H3 podcast stuff today, and then I just started watching Peter Mon's new video today, which was cracking me up. I'm putting new stickers on my laptop, my work laptop, because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put stickers on my work laptop, and guess what? If they want the work laptop back, they can have it back, and I'll just take the stickers off. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So that's what I was like, that's what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna do it. Then yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm on a webinar tonight for Vice President Harris. And I wanted to just put the offer out there that if anybody wanted to donate to her cause, there it is. But again, this stream is not like a political stream. This is a chit chat hangout, and on the work laptop. I wish. I flippin' wish I could. But the quality is garbage. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, David. I wish it was. But it is a low class garbage laptop. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. But I can't. It's not worth it. So yeah, what are you guys up to tonight? I'm having one of my little oh my god, you guys. These are like my favorite. This is called Favorite Day. It's the generic brand from Target. And this is their cherry lime soda. It's non-caffeinated. And it's got like 0 calories, 0 sugar, all natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners. It's caffeine free. And so like my grandfather, he has to drink a lot of very good stuff for him because he can't drink shit because he's older now. He's in his 80s. And I was showing him these and I was like, I will literally mail these to you if you want, because he loves soda, but he knows he can't drink it. So I was like, I think I found some for you. So I was letting him drink some while I was up north and saw him. And he was like, oh my God, I love those. Those are so good. Where do you get those? I'm like, Target. Well, there's no Target where he's from. So I was like, I will mail these to you if you like them that much. Because, and I have my aunt who's like a granola. And shout out to the granola girls. I wish I was one of you. And I was showing her everything. Like I was showing her all the ingredients and like what it's made of and all that stuff. And she was like, actually, that's not bad. And I was like, that's what I'm saying. So I drink these instead of soda. Except for sometimes I will drink their generic version of Coke. It's not even generic. What am I saying? It's just their version of Coke. And it is caffeinated, and I will drink those sometimes. And then if I'm really tired and I feel like I feel like I'm a danger to society, I will drink a mini Alani Nu, and that's about all, as good as it gets. And then I basically have to drink decaf coffee most days because of my ADHD meds. When I take them with, I am on the East Coast. That's what I'm going to say. How about that? I'm on the East Coast. Sadly, in America. I wish I was not, but here we are. This webinar's already running late, so that's fun. Watch, I have like the wrong link. Like, Sam, you are not allowed to be in here. What are you doing in this live? What are you doing? All right, I'm going to get out of it for a second, and I'm going to try it again. Back to my mail. We're going to try this again. We're going to see what's going on. Answer the call, god damn it. Let's see if it works. Again, I'm going to laugh if it's like, no. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people on this. In a famous independent city. Cool. Where are you located right now? Not in America, obviously. America is just like, here we go. So, I'm going to turn this a little bit down because they're going to be doing a whole thing. Spain. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Our country is borderline embarrassing to be a part of. It really sucks that like when, and I'm sure this is with other countries too, that you're perceived a certain way, and the perception might not actually be like who your country and who the people of that country, like the real, like the taxpayers of the country, okay, really are. And let me tell you right now, when people look from the outside in at America, I'm like, please don't include me. Please don't include me. I don't want to be a part of that narrative. I'm not a part of that narrative. Please, 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 please. Please keep me out. I did not request to be part of that narrative.
Hi everyone, welcome. 136,000 of you answered the call.
Damn, there's 136,000 of us in this webinar.
For a long time. My name is Liz Manella. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a volunteer with Women for Harris, a mom of 2 little girls, and I could not be more hyped to be your host this evening. This call
She's hosting
went from
us.
a 5 a.m. tweet by Shannon Watts to a reality in less than 72 hours. We were inspired by the 44,000 Black women who organized a call in the 8 hours following the announcement of Vice President.
44,000 Black women got together and were like, yeah, we gotta do something. That's incredible. That's amazing.
And Joy Reid put it best when she said, Jokeka Edie and Women with Black Women ran the first leg in that relay. Then they handed the baton to Women with Black Men. And now here come the white ladies in formation.
Oh God, I can't even imagine what this chat looks like. This chat must look insane. Welcome. When you post on social media during the call, use answer the call 2024. Okay.
Started by Women with Black women, continued by Latina women.
I gotta remember that. Answer the call 2024. I gotta write this shit down. The power has been disappeared from everywhere. The people with capital rule behind the scenes. That's why the entire world hates politicians. Oh yeah.
This call has more attendees than any other call in the history of Zoom. And I just
Oh
want to
wow.
thank all their support staff and remind you guys, drink water, stay hydrated, because we have another 3.5 months of this. And I think all this energy just
That's yeah. Normal people don't like politicians. Normal people, I don't really think, believe celebrities and a lot of shit. Like, I don't know. It makes me laugh when I watch politicians and I watch celebrities try to cut through try to like feed us their BS. And I'm like, who do you think's believing this? I just would love to know. Like, give me a call. Do you think we believe this? The little people of the world. Because we sure don't.
Sunday evening. Okay, we have an amazing lineup of speakers tonight. I personally have had like many fangirl moments over every single one of them. If you can, make sure you stay on to the end because we will not be disappointed. We have some exciting surprises.
I have a feeling Sophia Bush might be on this, but that's just me. She's a very big Kamala Harris supporter.
Call, registering for the Zoom, anything like that. Go to answerthecall2024.com. We're gonna put that in the chat. And this is being streamed on YouTube, so they can just stream this. They don't have to worry about registering for the Zoom and everything. Our speakers tonight are going to inspire you. They're going to motivate you, and most importantly, they're going to give you tangible steps to take and specific talking points to say to help you.
I also, if you guys are looking for, if you're in America and you're looking for a way to,
woman of color in the Oval Office.
If you're looking for a way to contribute to voting and getting people out there to vote, but you're like myself, you are very busy, you are, you have ADHD, you have anxiety, you don't like being around people. I work with a company called Vote Forward. It's VOTEFWD.com. I work with them, and what they do is they have you sign up to write letters to people and then mail them out. Oh, Glennon Doyle's here. Oh, that's so exciting.
I just wanted to start everybody off with my barking dog and to challenge everybody.
Oh my God. Who else is on this that I know? Oh, that's Glennon's sister. Oh, Connie Britton's on here. I love Connie Britton.
And that'll match.
These are great people to be on here. That's so awesome. But I use Vote Forward, and what they do is they send letters to voters, a lot of undecided voters. They send them to them, and so you write them out, you mail them out. It's a volunteer position, and it's a way for you to get involved and feel like you are contributing. But also, if you're someone who maybe can't leave the house, if you are afraid to do phone calls, if you're not, you don't want to be on like the text chain thing because you're afraid your phone number might get tagged somewhere or whatever. If you use Vote Forward, they're an incredible company that I've worked with twice. I think I've worked with them twice because I can't work with them every single year because that would be impossible. But yeah, they're a really, really, really good business company, whatever you want to call them, nonprofit. Is that what they are? To work with if you are looking to get engaged in helping and supporting people. And it's not an affiliation, so it's not like a Democratic nonprofit. It's not a Republican nonprofit. It is completely neutral, and all you're doing is telling people to, one, register to vote, and two, get out and vote. That's all you're doing. That's it. There's no like propaganda attached to it, which I find to be like the best part of it too. Is like I don't want to send messages of like vote for so and so, do this, do that, blah 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 blah. Because what I find is that when you do that, you ostracize people. When you just simply put out the word of like we care, you should care too. Let's put out, let's put our best effort forward to register to vote, get our friends to register to vote, get our neighbors, our family members, like, and get them out to vote. That's what we need to do. We need to mobilize. And I find that was a great way to do it. I also used to do, I'll have to find the company. I don't remember who they are anymore because I didn't use them. Last time I used them was during the 2016 election. Yeah, Trump's first election there. It was a texting bank. And I just during elections, I usually try to work very, very hard to find as many nonprofits that work with people that do not want to make phone calls and don't want to make face-to-face house calls and don't want to have, because it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very, very dangerous, especially when you're a liberal or a Democrat, like, you are a marginalized person. It can be very dangerous to sometimes have those conversations. So I don't know if I can, hold on, let me see if I can do it online. I don't know if I can, but I can, can I comment on here? Let's see. No, get out of here. Get out of here. If somebody could do me a favor, fortunately, add as a moderator. Chanel, is this Chanel, my Chanel? If you know who, Chanel, if you are who you are, let me know. I'll make you a moderator and I'll have you put stuff in there for me. Because I don't know if I can do stuff on, I'm very low key in this department. So I might be able to like go in the chat. Let me see if I can go in the chat and do it on the back end. Here we go.
We know that Trump policies do not impact white women the way they do people of color. It's crucial that we acknowledge that many of us,
oh, here it is, right here. Okay.
fear for our lives.
So one of the companies is Vote Forward. I'm gonna type it in here. Hi. I'm allowed to say. I was gonna say you don't have to say anything about you, but I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Can manage blocked words. Yeah. Okay. You're Captain. I love that you use that. Now I definitely know it's you. I put you as a moderator, so you can. I put you as a moderator so you can add things in here, but I am going to put this in here. Hopefully it'll let me do it. So if you guys, I just put it in the chat. That's one business, company, organization. I don't even know what you call them. So basically what you will do is when you click that link, you'll go and it'll have you sign up, obviously. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to do campaigns. And so what you will do is you'll find different campaigns, and they are there's social campaigns, there's political campaigns, there's all, like, you can send messages to U.S. voters abroad. There's a lot there available. Like right now, I think there's one for almost every single state. If there is not one for the state that I'm currently in, I will do one to someone near. Right now, they will also show you priorities. They'll show you what's new ones, old ones. Yeah, so social campaigns. You write letters to voters in a social campaign to support Vote Forward core social mission of helping to increase the participation of historically underrepresented communities in the electorate. So it also, this particular nonprofit, they work towards marginalized groups and motivating them to want to go out and register to vote and also to vote, which is absolutely just, it's incredible. It's just an incredible way. And again, if you are like me and you are just like, I do not want to call people. Okay, I don't want to call people. I don't want to do any of that crap. Okay, I don't like human interaction. This is why I do this, because like my human interaction isn't like face to face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm nervous. I'm a nervous little anxious girl. This is how you can do it. And I will look for register to vote texting bank. Oops.
So not only did we match it, we doubled it. Well done, everyone. Keep going. We have our next match coming from Katie McGrath, you Gen Z girls. I know her as Tracy and she is coming in with another $50,000 match. So let's see if we can do this one. We doubled the last one, so let's see if we can triple this, quadruple it. So I want you to take the donate link and send it to your favorite group chat. My personal favorite one on my Facebook, which is for Harris. So I will be dropping the link into my Which is for Harris. Get your friends to donate.
Volunteer to text bank. There's so many different ways to do it. I don't think the company that I've worked with. Oh, right here. Is this it? Oh, hold on.
Next speaker, and thank you so much, Katie. There's Katie. Hi.
So I know, like,
appreciate you.
There is. That's on Mobilize. Let's see. I know Mobilize is a nonprofit that does text banks. Again, it's up to your comfortability and what you feel like you're okay with giving your phone number to do these things. Actually, you know what? They don't do that. They do it. It's an online thing. I remember I did texting banks, and it's not your personal texting actually, which is because that was my concern. Yeah, so it's mobilize.u. I'll put it in the chat too. I'll put it in the chat. There we go. So it is mobilize.us/events, and it's a text bank. Oh, the Zoom went down. I bet you it's because it's going crazy. So there are these events. So what I did was I did a texting bank like party, essentially was what it was. And what I did was you essentially are like on this big giant Zoom call. And the one that I was on like 8 years ago, they hired a DJ and on the Zoom, and she sat there and she played, and they talked about, all kinds of stuff going on with voting and how to register to vote and all that stuff. And then what you did is you were given a web page, and then within the web page, it has a like phone number that they give you, essentially, that's from the company or nonprofit. And you just sit there and you just text and text and text and text away. And if someone texts you back like, hey, please get me off of this, texting thing, you can click that option. If someone basically tells you to go F off, you can do that. But you can also they have pre-done follow-up questions that you can ask people. It's really, really cool. I don't know if it's this specific one that I just put out there. I don't think this is the one that I use. I genuinely don't even know if the one, like I said, that I use even works. But there are just so many different ones. Like there's one right here that's on Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's for registered Dems in swing states. It'll tell you like where they're hosted, where they're coming from. So if you want to find one that's closer to you, if you want to find one that's for your specific state, you can join anywhere on certain ones. Some of them you can't join anywhere. But yeah, it's really, really, really cool. And I will try to add these.
Overwhelming the system, everyone. So I just want to give a second to everybody to get back up.
Oh,
And let's let everybody join back. Hopefully, we have calls into Zoom, so we're checking on what's going on. Again, I want to make sure everyone on this call
the Zoom
knows
dropped because
we have never had this many participants on a Zoom before.
they've never had this many participants in a Zoom before, ever in the history of Zoom. So there's gonna be a rough Zoom to do.
Stay in line, and we will work through this, and then we'll get started with Glenn. And I just want to give everyone a chance to
But yeah,
prepare for a second.
so like UNH,
Halfway there, it looks like.
I'm from New England, so if you are in New Hampshire, they're actually doing one. It's called UNH Weekly Friend Banking. They have some here for Florida, it looks like. They have some for Arizona, I saw. And like I said, some of them you can join anywhere. You can also find events and volunteering opportunities through mobilize.us with events that you want to specifically do. So like if you scroll down to the bottom where it says find events and volunteer opportunities by type or case. So you can do state politics, you can do voter registration, you can do gun violence prevention, you can do LGBTQIA events, climate change, AAPI events, voting rights, local politics, virtual, letters and postcards, phone banks, petitions, education, federal politics, defend reproductive rights, immigration, refugees. Another organization that I work with is Planned Parenthood. I have volunteered with them for years. Anytime they call me, anytime they need me, I'm happy to support them. The best part about Planned Parenthood, and I think a lot of nonprofits are doing this now as well, is that the thing that I love about Planned Parenthood is whenever I have worked with them, I've been very honest with them. Like, listen, I'm not somebody that wants to call people. I'm not somebody that wants to be face to face. I don't want to have those type of interactions. They make me nervous. But I'm willing to do everything basically besides that. So you tell me what I can do, and that's what I will do. And so one thing that, oh, my neck. Sorry. One thing that they had me do, was it last year, I think? Last year, is they had a couple petitions that they had me sign, which really helped. And then they were doing one on reproductive rights on something that was happening in my personal state. And they wanted to have statements written out to be able to present at the state house. And I gave them a statement, and they were able to bring that to the state house, and they used that as a statement. They used my name, and they spoke on behalf of me, essentially, is what they did. And so those are options too. So like, don't think that the only way you can volunteer to help campaigns, organizations, and I'm not talking just like Vice President Harris, I'm talking about like literally anybody in politics that you support and love, like, or organizations or nonprofits that you want to raise funds for or help and support. There are ways to do it without having to have one-on-one face-to-face interactions or phone calls. There are so many different options for people. And anytime this comes up, like anytime big voting stuff pops up, that's like the first thing I try to get out there. Is I always try to say, there are letter banks, there are postcards, there are texting banks, there are events. There's just so many different ways that you can support whoever you want to support. It doesn't really matter either side. And that's the best part about a lot of these nonprofits too, is that they're not pandering to one side. They're pandering to everybody. They just want you to register and vote. And what they find is that when people mobilize to vote, and the more people that are registered to vote and actually go out and do it, they see really good results on one end. I'm not going to say which end, but you can connect the dots, okay? So yeah, it's just one of those things that you just have to get out there. You have to get out there, and you don't have. I don't know when home voting is, when the cutoff was for that. I think it already was a cutoff, but even if it's not this particular election, if it's local elections, state elections, you should look up your state's rules and regulations for being able to have the voting stuff come to your home. Because again, I'm someone that doesn't like to be around people that it's really hard to be around people when we're in these types of conversations and decision making, because a lot of people are very passionate and very upset, or they're very happy and they want to like push things. I'm like, I'm not trying to push anybody. I'm not trying to push anything. What I am trying to push is that please go vote and please register to vote. That's all I'm pushing. Which one you pick, that's up to you. That's your choice. The only person that knows is you and God. Okay, just you and God. That's it. If you want to lie, you can lie. Not on the paper, but like to people. You're like, oh, I know, I totally voted for so and so. You don't have to tell people who you voted for. You can just be like, yeah, totally, I definitely voted for him. Yeah, sure. But do whatever you think is the safest way to make sure that you can go out and you can vote and you can be a participating member. And we can't just be voting for Vice President Harris, or, if you want to vote for the other guy. We can't just be voting for them and mobilizing for them. We also have to mobilize from the bottom up, because at the end of the day, the people that are actually making the laws, that are actually making change, that are actually putting things into action are literally everybody below the president and the VP. You're welcome. It's everybody below the two of them. Those are the people that are in there doing hard ass work, are making bills, laws, like putting out documents that would make your brain explode. Okay, really mobilizing, getting signatures. Like, these are the people that are really doing the work. And the thing is that if we keep trying, like, I try to think of our country as a business, and we as the boss, whether they want to say it or not, at the end of the day, we should be the boss of this business, okay? And if we keep hiring knuckleheads that don't do anything and don't do any work, okay, and gaslight us and lie to us, we're gonna have a shitty business, okay? So we need to hire the best people possible for our business in order to get the best that we want for it. And so we need to make sure that we're hiring the right people. And that doesn't just mean the vice president and the president. It means senators, congressmen, any type of representative. It means everybody. It means from the school level. It means from the town level, city levels. It means all of those things. And let me tell you right now, you can find information about any of these people. If they put their name out there, they are going to have something that you can look at and find them. So if you want to know, like, I know for me, for whatever reason, certain members, certain like elections, they don't show what their affiliation is, if they're like independent, Republican, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you right now, you get on that Facebook, you type in their name, you will find out shit real quick what they believe in. You're going to find it out real quick, my friend. You're going to find out who they hang out with. You're going to find out the pages that they like. You're going to find out who they're chumming it up with. You're going to find out what pages they're liking and talking on and making their little comments on. Okay? You'll find out real quick who people in your town be involved with. Okay? So if you're unsure of like who and what and where, and you want like a simple girl Facebook for the locals. Okay? Not the big dogs. They don't do that shit. But the little ones, the school board members, Facebook that shit, and you will find out really quick who Linda's hanging out with, all right? Who Steve and Bob are cooking hot dogs with, okay? At the local freaking 4th of July party. And then you'll really start knowing if you want to be in, who you want to be voting for. That's how I found out one of my school board members was psycho. I was like, let me look this guy up on Facebook. Sure enough, looked him up on Facebook, and I was like, whoa. I'm just listening to them talk. They're talking about because this whole Zoom that's going on right now is specifically for white women to mobilize and come together and support marginalized groups and non-white women, essentially, and mobilizing. And we as white people, we really do have an obligation, and we have a very big voice and a very big platform, and people take us very seriously even when we're unserious humans. And we have this amazing opportunity to do something incredible and wonderful and make a lot of change. And Black women have been showing up for years and years and years and have been putting their freaking feet down and holding us down for such a long time. And it's kind of our turn to kind of give it back. It's been our turn, but we just keep failing at it. So, but we need to, that's like one thing that Glennon Doyle's talking about. And again, whether you like Glennon Doyle or not, that's nor here nor there. But one thing that she was just talking about is that, you know, when white people make mistakes, there's consequences and things like that, but they're not the same. They're not the same type of consequences. But when people of color and marginalized groups make mistakes, the repercussions are much more severe. So if we make this mistake of not getting out there and voting and supporting and helping and getting someone other than you know who in office, the effects of that, yes, they're going to affect me. Yes, they're going to affect a lot of people that look like me, but they're going to affect people that don't look like me 10 times worse. 10 times worse. You know, I'm married to a white man. I have white children. Like, there is I don't want to say a get out of jail free card, but there is in essence like a kind of a get out of jail free card with that. And you know, we have to help each other and support each other and be there for each other as women alone. Like, just as women, doesn't matter what color we are, doesn't matter what we look, what our background is, who we love, who we hate, blah, 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 blah. As women, we should come together because we know what to do, okay? Women mobilize. We remember, we're computers, okay? We have a database. We remember things, okay? We don't forget. And we shouldn't want people, especially men, to bring us down. We should want people to lift us up, want the most for us, want the best for us, and we should want men in our lives that want to do that with us. And having a president that wants to take all of that away from us is disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. And again, you don't have to love President Harris. I don't love Vice President Harris. She's not my favorite person, my favorite candidate on the planet, okay? But one, you have to learn how the rules are played. That's the first thing. If you want to bend the rules, you got to know how the rules work. And that's one thing that nut job over there has a lot of people figuring out the micro of the rules in order to bend them. And so we need to start learning the rules. So if like you're like, oh my God, I don't want President Harris, I want somebody else. Well, you need to learn the rules. And the rules are here in our country, we're not set up like that. Like, our system was set up the way it is on purpose for a reason. And if we want to tear that down, we're not going to be able to do that starting with him. We're only going to be able to do that starting with her. And then from there is when we can start tearing shit down. And we can start really making big change. And we need to start pushing these politicians to do as we ask. Okay? Instead of this like, oh, well, we'll see what happens. No. You look at like a great example of we as citizens mobilizing, making a difference. Starbucks is an incredible example of that. Starbucks right now, I think last number I saw was losing, I don't quote me on like the exact number, but I know it's in the billions, but around like $13 billion they've lost. Because of, well, one, because they are crappy to their workers, and two, because their affiliation with everything that's going on in Middle Eastern area. I'm treading lightly because I don't want anything bad to happen to this stream. And they've lost $13 billion because they don't listen to their people. They don't listen to their workers. They don't listen to their consumers. They don't listen. And that's what happens. That's what happens. When you do not listen to the people that give you the money, this is what happens. And that's what we need to do. We need to do the same thing with politicians. You don't want to listen to us. You don't want to save us. You don't want to help us. You don't want to support us. You don't want to stand up for us. Then guess what? Bye. See you later. Au revoir, BB. Like, bye-bye. Like, if you aren't going to save us, then we're just going to have to save us ourselves. And that's just what it just is what it is. Like, I'm over this, like, oh, we'll see. Oh, maybe. Oh, hey, Pink, what's going on? No big deal. Pink's on a private jet talking to everybody right now. No big deal. Just Pink on a private jet. Bitch, get me on a private jet.
Other ones don't get overwhelmed. Keep checking the chat. And I want you to take those links, open it.
So we have to start somewhere. Like, kind of that's like the essence of where my brain comes from. Is to see all these people trying to be very radical about, I'm not voting for her and I'm not voting for him and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well then what are we doing then? Real question. Real ass question. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being silly. I'm not being an asshole. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm okay with that option of not picking either of them. But what are we going to do? You tell me. What are we doing then? Because, again, we have to know the rules of the game in order to manipulate it in the way that we need it manipulated and to be fixed, or maybe just break the game. It's not to just break the game and be like, fuck you, we're going to start our own game. But we have to figure out how we do that. And the first stepping stool to doing that is hopefully voting for Vice President Harris to be president. And then from there, we vote for everybody else, whether that is Democratic or progressive. There's even Democrats out there that I'm like, I see you, mother trucker. You're essentially just a progressive Republican, some of you, okay? Lies. All right, lies. I saw you all at Mr. Netanyahu's little shindig the other day, okay? Y'all a bunch of liars, bunch of fakes, okay? Listen, I didn't say VP wasn't a part of that, because I see her. I see them. We see each other. Okay? But we have to start somewhere. And if we don't start with her, what are we doing? And again, if someone would love to, I've asked so many people. I know the basics of how our democracy works. Okay? I'm not this like politician brain fucking person, okay? I just said brain person. Clearly I'm not. Clearly I'm not, okay? But I know the basics of our democracy was set up specifically for certain things to happen. So that way the people in power, hopefully, they will benefit. That's what they want. Things like having the, oh God, what is it called? The way we vote our president should literally just be simply the popular vote. That's what it should be. It should not be all this other horse shit. That horse shit is there specifically to make sure that the people in power get what they want. That's what it's there for. The Electoral College, that's what it's called. That shit's there for a reason. I don't know if it's necessarily the best way to put it is a form of gerrymandering, but it basically is. Like, it's a form of oppression for us. Oh, hi! I'm on live, don't do anything stupid. I'm on live, don't do anything stupid. And, yeah, we don't, that's another thing we have to break that. We have to figure that part out too, of how we're going to get that shit to go away. Because, you know, you look at the times that the, you know, popular vote, and you look at the Electoral College, and you look at those differences, and you start realizing that people are winning the popular vote, but for some reason the president's from the Electoral College vote. What the hell does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. I can't get over that Pink's on a jet. Pink is on a jet talking to over 150,000 white women on Zoom. Zoom's never had this many people on a thing at one time, so they're kind of tweaking out.
What is it about?
It's basically a bunch of celebrities and political supporter helpers basically coming together, and I don't know how else to explain it. You know, I'm simple-minded.
It's a political conversation.
Yeah, it's just basically being like, this is what we need to do, and it's specifically pointed towards white women, and hopefully emphasizing that we need to, you know, get out there and be supportive and help out. I can't believe she can talk on a jet right now. I can't believe she has service.
I won't lose. I'm not a person that loses hope, but I'm feeling like I'm losing a little bit of hope that this is what we're doing, and I don't understand.
I will say, so right now she's talking about hope and how she's been losing hope lately when it comes to this election. And I'm not gonna lie, with Joe, oh, Sleepy Joe, and old D-Man, I was definitely losing hope, and I was like, wow, I really don't know. I'll tell you right now, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? When I get a little lost and I feel like there's no hope, I go to my tarot card readers, and I'm like, I go on the YouTube and I go, listen, tell me what's going on, okay? And they're like, it's cuckoo crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that Joe stepped down and was like, I'm gonna let Kamala lead the way, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, huh? I got a little excited. I got a little tingle of hope inside of me. I was like, oh wow, maybe this could work. This could work. Because Joe, that was not happening. No. That was not going to happen.
Persecuted for standing up for the fact that I want my daughter to be able to read about kids that aren't like her, that don't look like her, that don't love like her. And that's really all it is. But it was when I heard an AI driven voice that was my own reading pornography to children, which I did not, I would never, that's not what Pan American is about. That's not what
I'm sitting here wondering if Pink is
speech is about.
in the air,
It broke my heart.
or is she just docked at an airport.
It made me
This is my intrusive thoughts. I'm sitting here supposed to be listening to her inspiring talk, her inspiring conversation. Meanwhile, I'm over be like, has Pink left the airport? Is she mid-air doing this Zoom call right now? That's me. That's me in a literal nutshell.
how organizing hatred can be. And I've been waiting for love to show.
That is one thing. So she's talking about how hatred is very good at organizing, and I agree with that. I think the one thing that props I can give to, you know, right wing extremists is that they are very good at organizing. They are very good at mobilizing. They are very good at their little hit pieces. They're very good at their little catchphrases. They're very good at those things. And so that's something that we have to constantly think about, is how to defeat those things and how to defeat these groups that are, you know, no matter what happens at the end of the day, something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether Mr. D wins, Miss Kamala wins, something's going to happen, because that's what they do. They mobilize, you know? And it's very scary. It's really scary, because it's like, oh, it's only July. We got plenty of time. Bitch, tomorrow's gonna be November. Literally, like, boom, tomorrow will be November. Boom. And it will be here. It's nuts. We think that it's so far away, and it's not that far away at all. It was the funniest thing I saw today, Ben Shapiro. I saw a video of him talking, and he was like, you know, Vice President Kamala Harris is trying to make fetch, and this is not fetch. And I want to be like, how do you know a Mean Girls reference? How do you know a Mean Girls reference?
what I can.
I thought we
say
were alpha.
laser
thought you were
sharp
alpha.
is
How do you know a
I
Mean
know
Girls
my
reference?
body and myself
One of the like
is right and
gayest
wrong.
girl movies of
I
like
know
all
that
time.
people should know it. I know that we're doing this, and I know that Kamala is gonna get us there because the other choice is not. It doesn't feel human, and I'm 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 terrified enough to have talked to Glennon an hour ago and been like, I'm off speech in an hour. If the plane has Wi-Fi, I'm fucking there because I didn't write anything. And I'm not eloquent, but I am here. I am in this.
That's so nice.
I'm so.
They got Pink to do this an
together.
hour ago.
I'm so inspired and reinvigorated, and I know in my heart of hearts that this is the right thing to do. And let's make it weird. Let's get it.
I really hope that
Let's just
clearly Beyonce supports
no one at your
Kamala Harris because she gave her rights to use her
know that
music,
there's so many of us.
which is a big deal because other artists have gotten their music used in political campaigns that they did not approve of. So we know Beyonce supports her, and then I'm just maybe like honestly the next person to say anything honestly is gonna be Taylor Swift. I'm just waiting for her to say something. I have a feeling she's probably not gonna say anything until she gets back into America, which I don't think is for a couple more months, in my opinion. She definitely sits. Taylor definitely sits and takes the temperature. That's the kind of girl she is. But oh, there's Abby. Oh yeah, there's Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe. I love them. All right, well, I just wanted to come on here for an hour and talk to you guys while I was watching this live and hang out with you for a little bit. And I appreciate you guys being here. And I hope you enjoyed this. And maybe we'll chit chat tomorrow if my son decides he wants to be good. We'll see. Who knows? But I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. And there goes my husband throwing a diaper away like a good man. Love you guys. Bye.